What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Loyalty Game podcast. That shit is, man. I mean, hey, that's it. Like, what I did was, I was watching every episode, but I'll just watch like 10 seconds of it, and I just to listen to my intro. My intro is the same every time. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Yeah, I mean, just what's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What's going on there? That's my fucking joke. What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, E.
And I just sit here sparking the Dutch.
Oh, that's your name? I just sit here and spark the
Nah.
Dutch.
Come on, man. It's your boy E-Bucks. You already know, man. It's the co-host. I just been saying it's sparking duty.
You said with another banger.
I don't know if they could hear you. You was all the way back there.
It's your boy Lil, you mean?
Oh, there we go. He was like, it's your boy Lil. I'm like, I don't think they can hear you. You know what I mean? I think we about to start wearing headphones just so you can hear how low like you are. That's what the headphones is for, so you can hear how low like you are or everybody else, or if you're too close to the mic. You know what I mean? Today, y'all, I just want to have a mature conversation with y'all. You feel me? You know, the past couple of weeks we've been having the females with us. They not here today. Now, with the conversation that we have, you know, we should have them here, but just not dumb females. I'm not about that. Like, they my little sisters and cousins. It's just get a little weird. You know what I mean? Talking sex with them, because that's what we're gonna be talking today. So we can get some females that's not family, then maybe we can talk. You know what I mean? Have conversations like this. But today, man, I want to be talking about two things, right? I want to talk about sex parties. They call it swinger parties, right? And then I want to talk about nude beaches. You know, so we're gonna get on the big topic. We're gonna talk about sex parties, right? So I was online and I watched a lot of podcasts. That's really what got me into podcasts, and other than always being with my niggas and we smoking and we talking. I'm like, you know, people really do get paid for doing this. So, you know, like we can just go get a camera and do it. So that's just where I've been. I started this shit like a year. So that's just where I've been. That's just my attitude. Whenever we talking about something for too long, I'm pulling the cameras out, the lights out. It's action time. You feel me? But today we're gonna be talking about sex parties, and it just came up in a podcast that I be watching, and I'm just like, sex party. It just sounds like as soon as you walk in, you're gonna hear a bunch of moaning and groaning. You know what I mean? But I actually heard stories, and then I started doing researches, and I started looking up stories. So I got a story for y'all, but I'm not gonna read the whole story. I'm gonna just probably read like a paragraph and a half, just so y'all can understand what the fuck actually goes on. But before I even get there, I'm gonna ask y'all a few questions. Do y'all even know what a sex party is? Have you ever heard of a sex party?
No.
All right, bet. So when I say a sex party, what actually pops in your mind when I say a sex party?
Like you get invited to a little, you be like, tell yourself before we be.
What you think is going on in there is the question.
And man, when y'all walk in there and shit, like y'all can get smoke, or y'all can get street go to, you mean, fucking. Or y'all can, you mean, like walk in there, you mean, grab a grub or something, you mean, something to eat. And then y'all can smoke, and then you mean,
Okay.
You mean that's why I be thinking. Me and you and your homeboys and
You just go in there, you be vibing, and like, what do you think? Like, all right, bet. So say you got invited to a sex party, you never been there before, but somebody told you about it, and you was just interested in it, and he invited you to one. So when you go there, what are you expecting it to be? And then I'm gonna ask you the same question, but I want to hear
like
it.
If I know my man a freak,
oh
man,
shit.
Now no care this shit in there. Like, you mean real niggas shit. If I know my man, you mean you're a freak and shit, I already know what I'm gonna walk into. But you mean street ass titties, all that. You feel me? But it's like go off like, you mean the friend that bring you to it. You feel me? Like,
but what do you expect? Like, you open them doors.
Well,
what do you expect to see?
Titties.
That's what you expect.
Yeah, bro.
You expect it to be all girls in there, like
No,
no
I mean-
niggas, or you expect it to be more girls than niggas? Like what you
I
expect when you
expect
walk
to
in
see
that motherfucker?
niggas too though, but I don't know for real, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. What about you, E? So when I say the word sex party, like what pops in your head when you hear sex party?
I mean, honestly, I think what pops in everybody's head when they first hear sex party is them fucking having sex, right?
Mhm.
But what I expect when I walk in to see,
Mhm.
I honestly think it'll be like a regular party. But then you got certain rooms where what's the reason why you came is if it's a sex party. If
Exactly.
you want to have sex, you got certain rooms where you can do that. I feel like it's like so at first you get to meet people, you know, talk to people and shit, and you know, if they feeling you. Obviously, you know why you got invited.
Yeah, talk about it. Yeah, just go dip off somewhere and do what y'all do.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's my thing. I don't think people would be naked.
Mhm.
I think people would go there, you know, dressed up real nice, you know, obviously, so they can, you know, stand out, as you say, you know, and meet people. And the person that you like the most, go there, you know what I'm saying? It might be a couple sex games involved, you know, you go to like a little section of the party, like you over there, y'all are drinking or something, y'all taking shots, somebody got to kiss somebody or somebody got to take a shot of somebody's body.
They all naked?
No, I'm saying like, you know, that's little games that they playing, you know, to get,
like it's just
it's like a prep basically for if y'all going to have sex, you know what I'm saying? The rooms are over there, but we got the prep, like all the little games and shit over here. Like they might be on the couch and they playing fucking spin the bottle or something. You don't know, nigga. Like it's just shit like that.
That sound lit.
That's what I think a sex party will be. Like you got the little games in there.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you if you want to fuck somebody, then
like
you
a
got
truth or dare, then
like
you got like the
type shit.
Kiss a girl, freak a girl, stuff like that.
Exactly, type shit. And then you just if you want to fuck a girl, you just take it to a room.
That's lit. That's lit. That's lit. Okay, so when somebody said, or when I heard sex party before I even found out what it was, I would just think like what popped in my mind, like what I thought, like as soon as you open the door, you know what I mean, is you got to get naked. And not only when you get naked, you got to put a mask on. So you put like not no crazy mask, like you know the mask, them fancy ass masks, that just cover your face, like your eyes and stuff, and then you just walking around, and then you not, because it really don't matter what you look like, because I'm guessing that people that's in it, they might be in relationships, they might be fucking married, they might just want to go in there just to have a good fucking time. So that's why the whole mask thing is, and they don't want to be like, oh shit, you was at the party last night, like what's good? So the whole thing is to keep the identity safe in case you see him in real life, but it's just a vibe. You going off of vibes, you know what I mean? And everybody's just walking around naked, just almost what y'all said, but just naked. Everybody's naked, walking around with their masks and just communicating. And you never know, you might turn around and you might see people having sex. And it might be a crowd over there just watching them or some shit like that. You know what I mean? It might be somebody that might want to join. Like that's what popped in my head. Like when somebody said sex party. And then I heard the truth. And then I did my research. And then I got this story for y'all. Y'all ready for this story?
Yeah.
That's not a personal story for me.
I think I hit it on the spot. Before you tell the story, I think I hit it on the spot.
You think you hit it on the spot?
Wait.
Okay. What about you, Lil? You think? Oh no, Lil said he honestly just don't know.
Yeah,
all right, so here's a story. This some stuff like
I'm
I'm not gonna read the whole thing because I don't want this to be no read along, but I'm gonna read enough for y'all to have questions at the end.
Wait, so is somebody experienced in the party?
This is somebody.
All right, go ahead.
You ready? Let me have a little drink. Let me clear the throat. So the title of this is called Cindy's Sex Party. All right. I'm starting. My story begins in the summer of 98. Damn. Y'all wasn't even born in 98. I was. But I was a child. My story begins in the summer of 98. My wife and I had just moved into our new home in the suburbs of Chicago. Damn. They out there in Chicago. I'm gonna stop doing that though. All right.
No, you cool.
My summer starts in the summer of 98. My wife and I had just moved in a new home in the suburbs of Chicago.
Nigga said my wife and I. So already the nigga married.
The wife and I. You know what I mean? Yep. The next day, our neighbor Sydney Sydney Johnson came over with a piece with a pie, not a piece, but she came over with a pie that she had baked especially for us and told us that she just wanted to welcome us to the neighborhood. It wasn't long before me and my wife and the Johnsons started hanging out. So, you know, I guess her husband came too, and they're the Johnsons. And then what's going on? We don't call people by their last name. The Johnsons?
Like,
I'll be damned. This sounds like some.
Yeah, you know, the Johnsons live out the block. The one of them was across the street. Don't say that shit, bro. This nigga live right here.
So here we go. It wasn't long before my wife and I had started hanging with the Johnsons. One evening, my wife invited them over for supper. The four of us have ate, so I'm guessing they invited her husband. The four of us has sat around talking nearly to midnight. The conversation started off innocent, but eventually we started talking about our sexual lives. Mr. Johnson, so yeah, I guess he did come. Mr. Johnson explained that him and his wife are very open-minded about sex and that they love trying new things. Then he asked if we ever been to a swinger party. Then he ever asked if we ever been to a swinger party. He then went to explain that these parties, men and women can meet in a non-threatening environment to share love and intimacy and even share each other's partners. So not only like people are going there with their wife or their boyfriend and girlfriend, but they just passing them to the next man. Damn. You passing your girl off, or you might just go there to fuck somebody else, girl. Yep, other partners. So at this point, I'm still reading. At this point, I was beginning to sense where he was going with this. I was also noticing Sydney looking at me. She is a very pretty woman with short blonde hair, small, firm tits, long legs that for a mile they go right to her tight, round ass. This is what it says. I can also see that Mr. Johnson, his first name was Robert. What do you mean you can see? I can also see that Mr. Johnson, his first name was Robert. Okay. He was noticing the attention that his wife was giving me. I kept looking at my wife to see how she was reacting to all this. Just before they left, Mr. Johnson told us that they was having a party in about a week and asked if we'd be interested in coming. He told us that it'll start at 7 p.m. and it'll last all night if we wanted to stay. Even as he said this, Sydney was smiling and winking at me, and I felt myself getting a hard on just prospecting of having sex with her. I'm gonna stop it right there. But if y'all want me to keep going, I can keep going.
You gotta keep going. We gotta hear what happened when he walked in the party. I gotta hear what happened.
Too much. What's your thoughts right now? So this is basically how they got invited to the party. They just moved to the suburbs. They moved to the suburbs to get away from all the crazy shit. They didn't want to live in the city.
That's that white people shit right there, man.
The white people come over, the Johnsons, come over with a pie. They come over with a pie.
That's some white people shit right
introducing you to the city. Introducing you to the neighborhood. So they said it wasn't long before they started kicking it. And then they became like this. And then they stayed over damn near overnight because they was talking to midnight, and then they started talking about they sexual stuff they like to do sexual. You know what I mean? Why does shit like that come up at night?
Bro, can you just read the second paragraph?
Hold on, because we got to talk about this. We got to talk about how do you even get invited to these type of things. Now, they just got invited because their neighbor came over and they just fucking, they were just like, we cool with them, so they felt as though that they was cool enough to tell them how they get down. Mm-hmm. So I read the second one.
They said it was.
But how would y'all feel?
That shit goofy.
How would y'all feel if they told you about it?
Was open-minded. I'd have been cool.
And then they invited you to it. Would you go?
No.
You wouldn't go to the swinger party? What you think, E?
If I see my bitch in there again,
you going to a swinger party, E?
Bro, I'm going single. I'm not
going. That's what
you don't gotta get your girl here. It's all about. You know what I mean? I want to do this. It's all about. It's not like come here, girl. No, you know what I mean? It's all about you want to do that.
I'll go single.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I go single.
So y'all want me to read more?
Yeah.
I'll read the last. This little. It's a lot.
I'll go. No, just start from when you walk in. You can find from when you walk in. Just start from there.
You don't want to hear about. You don't want to hear about them talking about it. You want to hear about? So you just want to hear that they go in. So you think they go? Because I don't know. I didn't read the whole story. What I'm about to read is them talking about it.
All right, go ahead. So read that first.
The next day, after some discussion, my wife and I decided to accept the invitation. That's how the conversation. That's how it start. Now we are not exactly swingers, but we have an open mind about sex, and we are also open to new things. Also, my wife and I has always been curious about what goes on at swinger parties, and this will be an opportunity to find out. And besides, we could always leave if we wanted to. I told my wife to go ahead and tell the Johnsons that we will be coming. I also asked my wife if she thought of fucking Robert, only if the idea of fucking Cindy appealed to me. She answered with a smile. Oh, damn. Sheesh. I'm sure that she had noticed the way Cindy was looking at me. I felt my cock getting hard again just thinking about it. Damn. They accepted the invitation. This nigga already fantasizing about fucking the neighbor wife. He already fantasizing.
And now he know his wife about to get hit by the neighbor.
But you don't know that. Because it's all about, you know what I mean? But you know that he about to fuck Sydney because she was winking at him and everything.
And his wife said, if you fuck Sydney,
I'm gonna fuck Robert. Yeah,
so basically he said, now he in a dilemma. He like, either I'm gonna fuck her and my wife about to get fucked, or I'm not gonna fuck him. We just gonna leave the party.
Exactly. We just gonna check it out.
I'm taking the checkout route. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna go. First of all, fuck the invitation. They done told me about what going on in the party. I don't want to see it.
But your experience is different. You got to experience it.
But
you might not like it and might want to leave.
That's why I say I'm going single. I'm going single. Because if I don't like it and then my wife likes it, it's a problem. We gotta talk about that. That's why I'm going single. I'm single. I don't got no wife, no girlfriend, no nothing. I will go to a swinger party single, not when I'm in a relationship.
So, from here, I can stop, or I can read about what actually happens because that's the next. That's the next sentence. We don't gotta read it. We don't gotta do this.
No, do it, nigga.
Gotta read that, John.
I want to hear it. We got
You gotta read that, John.
You got to.
I'm gonna do this for y'all. This is for y'all.
You gotta do that, John.
All right, man. Let me clear my throat. Let me get a little drink for y'all, man. It's gonna be story time. But this shit sound crazy, and I don't know. I think I'm going to a swinger party, and I don't even know what the fuck, because we all had our thoughts on what we thought was going to happen in here. Now we about to hear what actually happened. At least at this one, we like, just because it happened here don't mean it happens at all the swinger parties. So let's see what actually happens. It was on a Saturday evening. My wife and I arrived 7 p.m. sharp. Sydney answered the door. She was dressed in a very short skirt, a low-cut blouse, and showed a good part of her ass and tits. Oh, am I glad that you came? She was smiling. You just come in and sit, she said, pointing at the sofa. Me and what? My and I. That's exactly what it say. My and I walked into the living room.
That's her name.
I
guess that's his name. I mean, her name.
Nah, it says Maya and I walked into the living room and sat down together. Robert was sitting right next to my wife.
He probably meant to say my wife and I was walked in and said,
oh, well, it says Maya and I.
I know you probably forgot the wife.
I don't want y'all to think I'm fucking up. It says Maya and I.
You probably forgot the wife.
Yeah, it says Maya and I walked into the living room and sat down together. Robert was sitting next to my wife. So now Robert's sitting next to your wife.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Now Robert he was thinking about fucking your wife. He probably was talking to his wife about fucking your wife. He sat right down next to your wife. You came to the party. You know what it is. Yeah, but we ain't even gonna talk about it. We about to see what happened. Walked in. Robert was sitting right next to my wife. They had the lights down low and some type of rock music blaring on a DV player. I hope he didn't mean DVD, but it says DV. I'm not sure what a DV is. As my eyes adjusted to the dim lights, I could see that there was already a lot going on. Some couples were kissing and folding Over in the other corner, I saw two big breast women locked in deep kissing as they sat on the chair. They were both completely naked. Their hands were all over each other as they kissed deeply and passionately as their tongues swirling around in each other's mouth. Damn. As we sat on the sofa, Sydney went into the bedroom and came out dressed in a thin and see-through. Yeah, my fault, man. We got a little interrupted, but right here, man. As we sat on their sofa, Cindy went into the bedroom and came out dressed into a thin see-through lingerie. Dang. You want to turn that on real quick? No, that don't matter. You don't got to. Matter of fact, we vibing. You don't even got to turn it on.
Good.
Yeah, you only got to turn it
Good.
on. Fuck it. She came through in the see-through lingerie. Then she sat right beside me with her leg up on the coffee table. So you gotta imagine. Coffee table right there. She just put her leg up on it. I ain't about to put my leg up. You can just visualize it. She's talking about some right there beside me. She put a leg on the coffee. Her perfume was so intense and intoxicating. I'm so glad that you can come, honey, she said, smiling as she moved closer to me. I could see that Robert Neal had his arm around my wife. Do you mind if I kiss your wife, he said. Before I could even reply, he leaned over and kissed my wife on the mouth. That was really kind of nice, honey. Do you mind if I do it to you? Cindy said to me.
Whoa.
First of all, time out.
I'm
gonna end it there. We're gonna make a part 2 on this, but we're gonna talk about what just happened.
I'm about to say, yeah, time out.
We're gonna talk about what just happened.
Me personally,
What's the problem?
I'm punching boy in the fucking face.
Why you punching him in the... What do you mean? You over there busy with his wife. You was already fantasizing about fucking Miss Johnson.
No, shit, no.
I wasn't fantasizing about nothing. Me.
That's
nigga,
what he said.
Me personally, nigga. I'm talking about me. If I was in that situation, nigga.
But the thing is, he told you what goes down in these parties, and you accepted what goes down in these parties.
Me personally, I would have seen that. I'm cool. Yeah, we out. And if before me answering the nigga kiss my, you got, bro, I'm putting hands and feet on you, bro.
But it didn't say that his wife did anything.
His wife, and then you're done after that.
His wife was
you're
with it.
Done. You're not coming in the house. You better get your shit and leave.
But
you're
how?
Done.
But no. We can't think about in your perspective. We got to think about that you actually him. He was already thinking about fucking Cindy.
I mean, at that point,
he already wanted to fuck.
I'm about to say, at that point, I'm fucking the shit out of her.
He already wanted to fuck.
At that point, I'm fucking the shit out of her.
I'm pretty sure that's what it led to. Lil, how do you feel about that?
Right, that shit crazy.
Are you doing it though?
That shit crazy.
Are you doing it?
Me personally, no. Me personally, I'm not even going to do anything with his wife. None of that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So like,
I just moved to the suburbs. It's probably a couple months in. But y'all open-minded. First of all, are y'all open-minded to stuff like that?
No. Fuck no, nigga.
No, not this shit like that.
Not no shit like that, bro.
A sex party, right?
No.
Where anybody can fuck anybody.
No.
Thousands of girls or hundreds of girls.
I'm open-minded to that. If I'm going single by myself.
Okay.
I'm not open-minded with that with my partner. It's my partner. I'm the only
nigga. You can only get the invite if you have a partner.
Well, then I guess I'm not.
What if it's just a bunch of people in there that's just couples?
I'm not going to no swinger party. I'm cool, nigga. I'm cool of that.
No,
so you're not into that?
No, nigga, I'm not into that. No, bro.
I don't know.
You talking about you don't know?
I don't know.
What you mean, my man?
I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
If my girl into it, it kind of sounds like the life.
Nah.
Now, it all depends on if everybody in this party is taking the right safety precautions.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody getting tested.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to catch anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I guess we using rubbers or whatever, but still just not, you know what I mean, head, you can catch something getting head or whatever. You just don't never know.
Right.
If my girl down with it, because I'm a very open-minded person, you down to have a threesome, ain't you? You would love a threesome.
With 2 girls?
Yeah, but I'm saying you would love to have a threesome.
Of course, with 2
even
girls.
if it was a foursome, or if it was 5, even if it was just you or 1 girl.
No, as long as it's
just you and 4 girls.
I'm about to say, as long as it's just me and girls, I'm cool.
Yeah, man, it doesn't.
I'm cool.
I'm cool. Exactly, I'm cool.
I don't know.
If another man in the room, no.
I think we talked about this because how are you gonna expect your wife to let you do all this, but you don't let her have no fun? But at the end of the day,
That's
y'all
why
both
I
having
said-
fun at the same time.
But that's
though.
why I said I will go single. Cause I'm not about to do that because I
But
know
then
in
I
the back of
said,
my-
what if you can only get an invite?
and then I said
if
we're
you're
not
in a
going.
relationship.
We're not going. That's it.
Okay.
She want to go. Listen, by yourself.
Relationship over.
Relationship over
Got
after that. Just know you go. You're not walking back into the house. You're gonna go with your shit. You're gonna stay the fuck over there with them.
It sounds like a very good time. The only reason why I really don't think that I would do it is because that's really just on some devil shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
Like,
just it's really just everybody in the room fuck. That's really like it depends on if you're religious or not. That shit.
No,
But I would
that
think
is.
about it. I would want to do it because everybody would want to do it. Like you said, I'm gonna go in there by myself and I'm gonna fuck everybody. Like, why not? It sounds like the perfect life.
Mhm.
Nah, it's not good for the soul.
Mhm.
It's not good for the soul. I'm gonna save this story. I'm gonna see what the ratings is on this episode. I'm gonna see what the comments is on this episode.
Mhm.
I'm gonna see what how people feel about this episode, this topic, and everything. And if we get negative reviews, I won't drop a part 2. If we get positive reviews, we're gonna get a part 2. So most likely this is already on Instagram. If you've
That's a
seen it
great
now,
time.
go on
You feel me?
Instagram. Whatever clip I put up,
Yes.
repost this, screenshot this, whatever.
Gucci Gang
Tag me in
Podcast.
this and let me know that
Tip, man.
you interested in this topic that we talking about.
Okay.
It's a crazy topic, but you'll be surprised how many people is actually interested in this topic. How many people is actually interested in doing these things out here. I'm done talking, man. Till next time, man. I'm your boy E Bars, man.
It's your boy E Bucks, man.
It's your boy Love.
And it's just like that.
God.